Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So sa buhay natin, it's always a journey to always look for something that will give us pleasure. But laging kasama ng pleasure is pain. And most of the time sa paghahanap na yon, we lose ourselves. We lose our focus. We lose our goals. We get distracted. Kaya nga pag may na-experience yung isang tao, nagkakaroon siya ng soul searching. Kasi nakakalimutan na niya yung sarili niya. In the first place, kapag di mo rin alam kung sino ka, kung di mo kilala talaga kung sino ka, kahit anong journey pa yung puntahan mo and ano yung ma-achieve mo sa buhay, doesn't mean anything. And a lot of yung experiences natin nababaliwala kasi hindi pala siya ganun ka-importante. Lalong-lalo na kung di mo nga kilala yung sarili mo. Sa conversation ni Krishna sa ni Arjuna, si Krishna pinilit niya na ipakilala kay Arjuna kung sino siya. Nag-rely din siya sa arguments ni Arjuna. Ano ba yung mga sinasabi ng Arjuna? And ano yung mga reasons niya? Ang ganda kasi from a teacher's point of view, nakikita niya pag yung student is bewildered or nagigets niya. At the same time, yung student na yon, nakikita rin ng teacher if may capabilities siya na hindi pa na-explore or nag-unfold. Yung teacher's point of view, nakikita niya kung ano yung dapat ibigay dun sa student. And ito yung binibigay ni Krishna kay Arjuna. Let's read from the Bhagavad Gita as it is. Chapter 2, verse 17. That which pervades the entire body you should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy that imperishable soul. So 2 words, indestructible and imperishable. This is the self, the real self. As we know, we are not this body. The challenges arises kapag inisip natin na tayo yung body na to. Kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng attachment. Nagkakaroon tayo ng deep na attachments dun sa mga experiences ng body na to. So, very important na malaman natin sino ba talaga tayo. Otherwise, ang mangyayari is, yung focus natin is malayo. So, if you know that you're not the body, then the next question is, sino ako? Growing up, makikita ng isang bata na nagbabago rin yung body niya. Fortunately, may mga kids palagi dito sa Brajiga Village. Nakikita natin yung mga gurukulis growing up through the years. Nagbabago, unti-unti. Physically, nagbabago din yung personality nila, nag-improve. So, yung may growth and development. So, one may think, teka lang, nasa na yung maliit na bata na yun? Asa na siya ngayon? Ba't ang laki na niya? Because the body changes. When the body changes, yung soul, nag-remain siya. Same pa rin yung soul. Same pa rin yung person. Yung individual soul na yon, yung person na sa loob ng body. So, kailangan mag-gets natin to sa spirituality na tinatahak natin. Spiritual Lesson 101. We're not the body, we're the spirit soul. So, ang qualities ng isang soul is indestructible daw. Hindi madidestruct. Bakit nasabi ni Krishna to? Kasi nga, Arjuna, whatever you have, whatever talents, whatever skills in martial arts and also sa sa mm, paglaban sa war, wala kang magagawa para patayin yung soul. Only the body yung mapatay mo. And hindi siya perishable. So hindi rin siya masisira. Yung soul nasa loob ng body and it is spread throughout the body. That's why yung consciousness is the evidence na may isang soul. So that's very obvious kapag yung isang sane man nga daw nag-isip. Paano malalaman na buhay yung isang body kapag may consciousness siya? Kapag lahat ng organs, lahat ng elements na sa body pa rin, tinanggal mo yung consciousness, anong tawag dun sa body na yon? It's a dead body. So this is the evidence na may soul sa body kapag may consciousness siya. So malalaman natin hindi lang sa human meron consciousness, may soul. Gumagalaw yung animals, nakakaramdam sila. Even the plants, even the other non-moving living entities, may consciousness sila. Different grades lang ng consciousness. Different grades din ng nararamdaman nilang pain and pleasure. So yung pain and pleasure na to, yung na-experience ng isang tao, and napiperceive ng mind niya kung ano yung tingin niya sa experience na to. Is it painful? Is it pleasurable? Is it happiness? Is it distress? Ito yung central na organ para mag-determine ano yung experience na yun. Kapag karoon ng disruption, nagkaroon ng maling pag-perceive sa mga bagay-bagay na nagkakaroon ng abnormalities. So, gano'n nag-function yung body. May ibang mga body na living entities na walang ganitong organs. So, kaya less conscious sila. Pero, buhay sila. Kasi may soul, may consciousness. Pag nawala na yon, it will be a dead body. Also, sinasabi na soul searching. Physically ba makikita mo yung soul? It was mentioned in the scriptures, in different scriptures, and Prabhupada was able to write it sa purports niya na 1/10,000 ng upper portion ng hair. Pag kumuha ng isang hair, yung tip nun, hiwain mo ng 1/10,000 ng 10,000 times. Ganun kaliit yung soul. Smaller than an atom. Pero nag-i-spread siya kung nasaan yung body. Kung nasaan yung soul, nakaspread siya sa whole body na yon, yung consciousness na yun. Hindi siya makapag-spread outside. So, hindi mo ma-extend yung consciousness pag hinawakan mo yung isang bagay. Tapos mararamdaman mo siya. No. So, kahit anong search mo ng soul physically sa katawan natin, hindi mo siya makikita. Oh, ito yon. Una-una, hindi siya kita ng naked eye. Pero mararamdaman mo yung soul. So, kahit anong search mo sa labas ng soul naman, hindi mo siya makikita sa labas. Why? Kasi nasa loob siya. At the same time, it was discussed na yung soul palagi siya may kasama. It is the super soul. So isang body, andun palagi yung soul and yung super soul. Super soul is si Krishna, the supreme soul. So laging kasama si Krishna ng isang soul. Kaya siya tinatawag na best friend. So hindi lang pala dapat soul searching yung ginagawa ng isang tao. Kailangan din pala gawin yung super soul searching. Kailangan hanapin natin sino ba talaga yung supreme, sino yung kasama niya, sino ba yung cause of all causes. Ang ganda ng sa purport kapag binasa natin. Meron din ditong Hatha Yoga system, controlling of the airs of the body, different airs, kasi malaking function to sa pag maintain ng body and also kung saan nakasituate yung soul. Nasa heart region siya. Hindi siya sa heart organ. Nasa heart region. Yung iba tinatawag ng chakras. Pero nag-function doon yung nag-help mag-function doon yung air. So kaya may practice ng Hatha Yoga system. To control the 5 kinds of air encircling the pure soul. So may mga sitting postures. It was mentioned here by Prabhupada na yung practice ng yoga is not for any material profit, but of course, for the liberation ng soul. It's spiritual practice para ma-help yung body. So since hindi nga nakikita yung soul ng naked eye, yung mga to see is to believe, or yung mga material scientists, sabi nila walang soul yung isang body. So itong false philosophy na to is sinasabi nila, ginagawa nila para mag-enjoy lang sila na walang limit, unlimitedly and unrestrictedly. Pwede silang pumatay ng maraming living entities para lang sa pleasure nila. False ego and enjoyment of the senses by food, by luxury. So, ito yung thinking ng isang materialistic person. Hindi totoo yung soul, kaya pwede ko silang i-exploit. Or yung human lang yung may soul, the rest is wala. Kahit na yung mga animals is gumagalaw, may emotions, hindi, wala silang soul. It doesn't matter for them. Kaya pwede rin nila ibigay yung emotions na yun sa mga bagay. Kasi feeling nila pareho lang yun. And more insane is nakikita nila yung body na walang ganitong experiences and consciousness also. Kaya wala silang pakialam sa ibang body rin aside from them. So malalaman natin yung sanity and yung insanity ng isang tao, how he perceives the soul. Text 18. The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and the eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore, fight, O descendant of Bharata. So, automatic. The material body is perishable by nature. If one is born, one is sure to face death. Yung mga bagay na may birth, may death palagi. Minsan, it will perish immediately. Minsan, it will take hundreds of years. Depende kung ano yung type of body na meron siya. If nandun ka sa tree na body, tapos yung tree na yon, big trees na category yon, maglala siya for hundreds of years. Minsan may 1,000. Or napunta ka sa body na napakabilis lang, like microbes. Few seconds lang minsan, or insects, few days. Sa human body, mostly 100 years. Of course, kapag nasa ibang body, yung span na yon, yung feeling nila is parang 100 plus years din yon. Mas mabilis or mas mabagal lang, depende dun sa experience nila. Pero ganun pa rin yung feeling. Again, si Krishna, sinabi rito, therefore fight. He was advised again to fight and not sacrifice the cause of religion for material bodily considerations. So may different kinds of practice ng religion. And sadly, most of the religion that we are seeing now is just focusing on the body, the material body. Still, kahit na tinawag siyang religion, hindi siya nagka-focus sa soul. Kaya yung mga arguments ni Arjuna kay Krishna is just religious, material religion lang. Very detailed kung paano di-discuss si Prabhupada. No? Ang galing. The soul doesn't have birth. So, anong mangyayari since walang birth, wala siyang death. So, walang death yung soul. Text 19. Neither he who thinks the living entity, the slayer, nor he who thinks it slain is in knowledge. For the self slays not, nor is slain. Very poetic. The gist is, those who slays the soul, inisip niyang na-slay niya yung soul, is not in knowledge. Kasi nga hindi mo mapatay yung soul. Ina-emphasize agad ni Krishna kay Arjuna, hindi mo mapatay yung soul, only the body. So, what kind of God na instruct yung isang soul, yung isang disciple, yung isang student niya na pumatay? So, ma-receive mo yun sa isang teacher mo, di ba? Kailangan mo siyang patayin. What an very impossible mission na instruct ka na pumatay. Si Arjuna is not an ordinary person. He is a soldier. He's a Kshatriya. Ito yung caste ni Arjuna. It means he is the leader, he is an administrator, he is a warrior. And sino yung pinapatay ng mga warrior, ng mga soldier? Yung mga masamang tao, yung mga sinful persons, sinful souls. And kailangan niya patayin yung mga tao na sa kabilang side ng army because they are sinful aggressors. And if hindi nila gawin yon, matatrap sila lalo sa karma kasi ulit-ulitin nila yung mga sins nila. So it's a gift kapag pinatay sila that time. Kasi matutulungan sila magkaroon ng clean slate in the next lives nila. So applicable to kapag may Kshatriya na role yung isang tao. Kaya may ganitong instructions si Krishna. Pero kapag ginawa to ng isang normal, regular devotee na hindi ganito yung caste niya, it will be another sin. So hindi mo nga pwede daw ilagay yung law sa hands ng isang tao kapag wala siya dun sa position. Even soldiers, kapag wala siyang instructions from his authorities, he could not act whimsically unless and until meron siyang mga aggressors, he have to defend himself. Pero kapag nag-act siya according to dun sa chain of commands, he is free from sin. So ganito yung status ni Arjuna. We have to clearly see this. Hindi siya excuse na kailangan ko gamitin yung violence kasi si Arjuna violent siya. So this is the right use of violence and this is the wrong use of violence. Text 20. For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever-existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. So this is the definition of the soul. Hindi siya naka-experience ng birth. From time immemorial, the soul is existing. And hindi siya magkakaroon ng death at any time. So hindi rin siya nag-appear lang or hindi siya magdi-disappear. Kaya sinabing eternal, ever-existing, and primeval. So yung soul, sobrang tanda na. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na, iba kumilos ng tao na to, baka old soul siya. Tapos ito, very naive, young soul siya. Walang ganon. Lahat ng soul is eternal, matatanda lahat. Iba lang yung experience niya ngayon. Or immature lang talaga siya. Hindi rin siya bago na identity or entity na nandito. So, ganun dapat natin makita yung soul. Ito yung qualities niya. And last sentence nga is, he is not slain when the body is slain. So, pag namatay ng body to, mag-travel lang siya sa next body niya. Depende kung ano yung karma. Prabhupada mentioned here sa purport the different kinds of transformations. So, from birth, tas meron siyang existence, Tapos nag-grow siya, nag-produce siya ng mga some effects, then nag-dwindle, then nag-vanish, namamatay. So experience ng souls yun. So nakita natin yung tao or yung ibang living entity in different stages of these transformations within one lifetime. If you could see dun sa poster din natin, yung soul is para lang siyang garment. Text 21 and 22. O Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and immutable kill anyone or cause anyone to kill? Text 22. As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. So, within this lifetime, nagkapalit-palit na ng body. From boyhood to youth to old age. Nagkapalit na siya. Science, sinabi around 7 years, magkapalit na yung mga souls. Yung skin, nakita natin, nagkakaroon ng dead skin. Yung nails natin tumutubo. May mga excretions. May mga eliminations din yung isang body. It means na change yung mga cells. So, nagka-change yung body. Ano natitira dito? So, lahat yon merong growth din. So, nag-change yung body. At the same time, nag-change din ng body kapag namatay. So, ang ganda comparison kasi nare-relate. You're changing your body literally habang nandito ka sa lifetime na to. At the same time, pag nawala na tong body na to, namatay na, mag-change lang na uli ng body. Like a garment. Pag madumi na, lagyan mo na sa laundry, suot ka ng laundry. Ganun lang kabilis actually. Ganun lang kabilis. Yung experience, hindi ganun kadali. Kasi ma-experience mo yung pain kapag mamamatay. May pain din sa birth, yung uncomfortable situation ng isang fetus. Pero ganun lang kabilis mag-change ng body. Kapag matay na to, useless na yung body na to, change ka lang next sa body. According sa karma. According sa experiences mo or according sa actions mo, yung reaction na yung may-receive mo sa next body mo. So, anong tinuturo dito? Be detached. Kailangan mabilis ka mag-move on. Tumatanda na ako. Wala ka nang magagawa doon. Tatanda talaga tayo. But you have to take care of the body while you're here. You have to take care of the clothes. Hindi porket hindi mo siya suot, wala ka nang pakialam din. So, ganun din yung body. Habang may use yung body, take care of it. Wala ka nang magagawa pag iniwanan mo na yung body na yan. Same with the pains and pleasures na ma-experience ng isang tao or ng isang living entity. Mag-move on din tayo doon. Nalagpas din tayo doon. Kapag yung focus ng isang tao is napunta lang siya dun sa pain or sa pleasure na experience, maliligaw siya ng landas. Kasi nag-seek lang siya nung experience ng journey na yon. It's good if andun tayo sa mostly pleasurable, but at the same time, depende pa rin yung kung paano may perceive. If an insane person may ma-receive siyang love, nakita niya yon as uncomfortable experience sa kanya kasi hindi siya sanay. Yung iba, pag may pain, mas gusto nila. Diba? They could be addicted to certain kind of pain or sadness or depression. Talagang choice nila pumunta doon sa deep, dark experience and place na yon. So, anong kailangan gawin? Tanggalin natin yung sarili natin doon sa mga unnecessarily attachments sa experiences na yon. Unnecessarily attachments sa body natin. But at the same time, kailangan maging responsible, take care of it, pero walang attachment. In that way, it will be easy for us to really go to our goal, our destination. So may sweet spot how we will be able to take care of the body, take care of the experiences, take care of our consciousness. At the same time, detached din tayo. Kailangan responsible. Ganun din sa ibang tao, hindi porket hindi ka naman ikaw yung body. Pwede mong gawin yung mga unnecessary things sa kanya. No. So, magki-play na yung role ng karma. Kasi ayun yung mag-determine ng next life mo naman. This is also a guide paano natin makikita yung death ng mga tao sa paligid natin, lalo na kung very close sa atin. Paano ba tayo magdadasal? Paano ba tayo magme-meditate kapag may nag-pass away? Minsan, nakafocus lang dun sa pain na nagkaroon ng separation. But they will still move forward. Pupunta sila sa ibang body, which is very natural para sa mga souls na hindi sila magsama eternally. May kanya-kanyang journey din. Mag-iba-iba rin ang landas. Minsan nga nangyayari siya with relationships, di ba? Nag-iba-iba ng landas. You just have to move forward. You just have to move on. Kapag nag-focus ka uli doon sa kanya and nag-travel na siya sa ibang experiences, sa ibang lugar o sa ibang body, nawawala ka na uli ng sight doon sa soul mo. Kaya soul searching uli ako. Kailangan ko uli mahanap yung sarili ko. Hindi mo nga kailangan talaga mag-travel na sa maraming lugar para mahanap yung sarili mo. Kailangan mo lang magbasa ng Bhagavad Gita. Kasi i-remind ka ni Krishna, you are the soul and you are not the body. The experiences is just like garments also. Sabi nga yung summer and winter season, di ba? Non-permanent siya. Even the body is non-permanent. Even the pain and pleasure is non-permanent. Only the permanent thing is the soul, us, and the relationship of the soul sa super soul, kung sino yung kasama niya. It is described here the analogy of the birds in the tree. This is a tree where one bird in the tree and the other bird is the super soul. Pero feeling nung isang bird na to, yung soul, tayo yung enjoyer ng tree, ng fruits. So na-experience niya yung pain and pleasure. And the super soul is just the witness. Wini-witness niya kung paano natin ini-enjoy and nag-suffer dun sa life na to. Pero yung solution lang para makamove tayo sa liberation, much more dun sa pag-detach natin dun sa tree na to, is just to look sa side nung super soul. Andiyan ka lang pala, ikaw pala yung hinahanap ko. Kasama mo lang siya palagi. And very important na lesson yon kasi we try to look for Krishna everywhere. Pero kasama mo siya palagi. Hindi kanya iniiwanan. Tayo lang eh. Tayo lang hindi lumilingin sa kanya. Hindi lang isang lifetime. For many lifetimes, kaya nandito tayo pa rin sa material world. In-experience pa rin natin yung pain and pleasure in different bodies and different experiences. Ganun ka-importante na magkaroon tayo ng teacher kasi binibigyan niya tayo ng knowledge. We just have to hear with open ears and open heart para ma-realize natin. Otherwise, the pains and pleasures, hindi minsan tayo or hindi tayo matututo lang sa by experience. Kasi kakainin tayo nung mga situations na yon. So make sure na you're not just soul searching, but also you are super soul searching. Thank you very much again, my dear ones. And I really appreciate your presence with our study ng ating Bhagavad Gita. Always appreciate you giving and making time para sa ating Sangha. Good morning and Hare Krishna Bhaktin, Carla, Kishori Radha Mataji Bhaktin, Milka, Rasarani, David Dasi Mataji, Bhakta Bo, Bhakta Dan, Bhakta Oli, Bhaktin Krishna, Bhaktin Jinki, Bhaktin Joyce, those who are in our Facebook Live, Hare Krishna, Mother Moksha, palagi nakikinig si Mother Moksha. Radhika Mohan Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Let's see your darshans. Hare Krishna. I'll see you again on Monday for our Sangha with your servant Radha Charandas. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.